Alright, hey guys, I'm back. Sorry I haven't posted in a while. School and work and life and such. It was a mess. So I'm gonna try and make this video shorter than the last one. Um, and this one's gonna be different. This is gonna be my only political post for the primary season. A lot of you guys know that I am very opinionated and I am very political. So I'm gonna do this now and get it out of my system. Um, and maybe tie a little bit of Jesus into it. But then I'm going to go back to my normal scripture-based posts. Um, so I've been thinking a lot the past couple weeks. And if you guys know me, I listen to Glenn Beck a lot, and I really love his message. And I couldn't agree more with what he's saying right now, and that is that we are not united as a nation. And what this election has turned us into is people who can't disagree and people who are, everything's personal. Everything's turned personal. And all the attacks and all the mudslinging and all the, Cruz and Trump going at it. And, I'm not going to talk policies. I'm not going to endorse candidates. My goal with this post is to just kind of help spread an idea that as Christians, or maybe not, but just as people of principle, people with morals, we can't, as a nation, we cannot succumb to this lower level of mudslinging, of throwing each other under the bus, of taking every little jab that we can to prove our point, to win the battle. And I think a large part of this, what I've noticed when I see stuff on Facebook, or I hear people overhear people talking at UCF at school. The issue is that we can't disagree anymore. The way it used to be was you have your opinions, I have mine, and that's fine, and we disagree, and we'll vote, and we'll let the winner take care of the country. But what the election has turned into, with the last 8 years, with the past 2 elections, and then especially this one, it's turned into a popularity contest. It's turned into a middle school, well, I'm going to back my guy, and you're going to back yours, and then we're going to do everything we can to tear down the other side. And that's not the way to decide how to run a country. If you want to run your middle school that way and decide who's going to be the student body president that doesn't do anything, that's fine. But to run an entire nation where people's lives, livelihoods, jobs, children, future, our generation's future is on the line, and your goal is to tear down the other side, it doesn't work. We can't rebuild the nation that way. We can't prosper and be where we need to be that way. We can't recover from where the nation is at right now if our only goal is to give into fear and hate mongering and tear down the other side. What we need to do is we need to stand up with our principles. We need to stand up with our morals. And we need to say, this is what I believe. And under the Constitution, you are entitled to your opinion, and I disagree, but I'm not going to attack you as a person because of what you believe. And I feel like that's one of our biggest problems, is that we can't disagree. And it automatically turns into a personal attack. It turns into a threat. It turns into, something bigger than it needs to be. And while I've seen the nasty mudslinging, disagreeing, hate mongering among people in my life, along with people that I pass at school, because it's very prevalent at UCF. I've also gotten the chance to meet up with some people that I'm close with and discuss politics and discuss policies and all this, and they're not all people that I agree with. A couple of my best friends, disclaimer, I support Ted Cruz. That's who I voted for. That's who I will vote for when he gets the nomination, God willing. And a couple of my best friends are Bernie Sanders supporters, and we've sat down and we've talked, and we've completely disagreed 180 on everything. But it didn't turn into a personal attack. It didn't turn into anything crazy, and that's where we need to be. Not I'm right, you're wrong. Let me tell you why you're uninformed and you're wrong. It needs to be okay. Well, here are the facts as I see it. Here are the facts as I see it. And then you do your research and you figure out what you stand for as a person with morals, as a child of God. And it's funny because Washington warned us about this. He gave a farewell address, and he said, "All right, guys, here's big three things. Don't do it, or else the country will fail." He said, "No parties. Don't do parties. No party system. You run candidates against each other. That's fine, but don't pick sides because it will divide the country." And I feel that that's very evident in this election. Is not only are we running the parties against one another, but the parties have actually fractured themselves, and now you're running, extreme conservatives and constitutionalists against more liberal conservatives, and then you've got socialists running against Democrats, and you've got everyone everywhere, and the American people get behind their teams. And so instead of getting behind our team and saying, Democrat, I'm going to vote for Democrat because I'm a Democrat, my dad's a Democrat, my best friends are Democrats, Hillary, you got it. No. Figure out who has your morals, your ideas. Don't go with what everyone else is saying. Don't go with your team, your color, your party. Don't do that. Vote for who is going to fix the country and who is going to give you your best chance at a future. All right, the next thing Washington said is don't get entangled in foreign affairs. Oops. Yeah, oops. That happened. That's a mess. Look at where we are now. The Middle East, Russia. Ugh. And he also said don't rack up a huge national debt. Oops, again. Now those aren't the two that I'm focusing on, but those were his 3 big points, and I want to focus on the first one because we don't need to be fighting like we are. We don't need to be personally attacking one another. We need to figure out individually where we stand on our morals and go from there. The last thing I want to throw out there is 2 shameless plugs. Number 1, Glenn Beck, if you guys don't listen to him, or if you've heard crazy bad things about him, his podcasts are available on iHeartRadio. Download the app and search The Blaze, and you'll see him. He's got all his podcasts there. They're good. They're informative. And don't dwell in ignorance. Don't say, oh, well, I'm a Democrat and I only watch CNN because they get it right. What we should be doing is we should be looking at all the sources, all the facts, and then deciding what's right by compiling them. So I challenge you guys to go check out Glenn Beck's podcast, check out his website, theblaze.com. He is a true man of God, and has really, really helped me figure out where I stand on a lot of issues, whether I agree or disagree with him. And it's really interesting. So check that out. Also, I encourage you guys to check out his new theme song, which I know sounds kind of weird, but it is called We Are One, and it is by David Osmond and Jen Bloseal. I guess she just got voted off American Idol, is what I read. But check that out because the lyrics to that song are amazing, and really, really drive home what I'm trying to say here. I know that this post was a little scatterbrained, but I just kind of wanted to put that out there. Remember, we have morals, and we're people with morals, and we shouldn't so easily succumb to mudslinging, name-calling, personal attacks, and the just nasty side of politics that come up every 4 years. So yeah, that's my challenge to you. Keep an eye out for that, and be informed. Hope you guys have a good one. I'm actually going to start working on a bunch of posts right now, so it should be more frequent than it was the first round before I took my break. Love you all. God bless. And thank you for watching.